You looking for a new comic to start up? Here's some number ones from the latest new comic book day. The first one I got a chance to read was the Fantastic Four First Steps. The interesting part of this book is that it's following the Fantastic Four from the 2024 movie. I think it's a wonderful idea since we already know this Fantastic Four is heading to the MCU universe. So using some comics to grow their lore, great way to do it. The first issue focuses on their flight into space that gave them their powers, and Renee Roden, aka the Mad Thinker, who is a villain that I don't know much about, being someone who is still working their way through comics. But for this universe, it gives us a fluid intro to his character and how he devolved to an antagonist. The next one I read, it is a one-shot, but I'm still counting it. It's the crossover event of Superman and Spider-Man from DC Comics, which I had a lot of fun with seeing Superman and Spider-Man first in their human persona, with the press passes to investigate a scientific building being robbed of their kryptonite. We also get a villain crossover where Doc Ock decides to work with Brainiac so he can get more scientific recognition. While I did love this story, I wish we could have gotten more of it. That's not me knocking on the multiple short stories after it either, because I enjoyed most of those stories as well. I know they wanted these as a one-shot from each company, but I would have loved the decision to make the Superman Spider-Man story as the number one, then the anthology of the side characters could be number two. I think my favorite stories would be the ones with Mary Jane Watson and Lois Lane, with how they were bonding over their superpowered loved ones. Then also Jimmy Olsen and Carnage one. I was not expecting what happened in the end of that one. That was a very big surprise. Lastly, the Pa Kent and Uncle Ben story. It was very heartwarming and a great short story to rate out the top three there. I think the Superboy Prime and Amazing Spider-Man one was the most lacking for me, but that might be because I don't know Superboy Prime yet. And it was weird they brought another Peter Parker into another crossover instead of another Spider character like Miles, Gwen, or even Spider-Boy. And the last number one I read from the new comic book day was MegaGhost. This was one of those stories that makes you feel like you're watching a Saturday morning cartoon back in the 80s and 90s. A kid named Martin has a ring that can summon this giant robotic ghost figure to fight off the evil in their small town. He does join his sister Morgan to a music concert, which is where he finds his first villain in Rat King. Even with Rat King feeling like a villain of the week, I do like it seems like they'll have that gimmick while also having a big bad. So overall, I think the Fantastic Four one is the one I enjoyed the most out of the three. I love the idea of being connected to the movie universe for them. It definitely has my attention with that. But don't take away from the other two. The Superman Spider-Man one shows that we need more connection between DC and Marvel and how well they could work together. Mega Ghost is definitely going to be more of a casual read for me, but I'm interested to see where it can develop. That's all from me, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful day. Go enjoy some comics.